going to know more than you do coming into today's call. And you guys are going to know exactly how to implement in your business that same day. Okay, that's always going to be my promise. And please hold me accountable if I don't fulfill on that promise. Okay. So Heather, on today's, I'm not going to be able to go live on my computer because I'm going to be sharing my screen. I notice when I go live, it takes a lot of my bandwidth and it takes forever to load. And of course, when I'm sharing my screen, when I'm like moving through tabs and things like that, it always takes forever to load while I'm in demo mode. So everyone here, I believe, has access to your CRM, app.cloudrealty.com, right?
Yes, and we're live streaming on Andres and my channels, so we are still live streaming, just not on yours.
Okay, cool, awesome. So it's not taking
your bandwidth.
Yeah, cool. All right, so everyone has access to the same CRM that we're going to be talking about today. Okay, and the general topic overall is how to communicate with your leads in mass. Okay, and like why would you want to do that? I want before I share my screen, before I even dive into the tactical stuff, I just wanted and this isn't going to be, by the way, 20 minutes of me ranting. All right, I'd like for some of you guys to unmute, ask me some questions, give me some feedback. I want to hear some of you what your guys' thoughts are. But what are some reasons why we should have a way to communicate in mass with our database? Either in the chat or unmute. I mean, any reasons at all?
Maybe to let them know of upcoming events, things you're going to be doing, market stats.
Stay top of mind.
Stay top of mind, market stats.
I have a seminar coming up to promote that.
Seminar that you're promoting? Yep. All those things have in common getting your name out there, letting people know that you exist, right? It's in an instant you have your entire database knowing about your seminar. Hope, I'll just tell you right now, if you get a 20 to 40% open rate, and now those are a little bit more skewed because of some open detectors and things like that. But 20 to 40% open rate, that means that if you have a database of 1,000 people, 200 to 400 people are going to know at minimum your seminar that's happening. I mean, that's powerful, right? Heather, if something happens in your marketplace where you've worked with rent to own before, you've worked with non-QM buyers before, you've worked with tough buyers, and so how often does a new program come out? Every year.
Yeah.
Every year there's something different. There's something new. Something with the county. Something with hey, I'm gonna give you the co-host just to let some people in. Andres, you as well, just in case some people come in. Right. So if a new program comes out and you have an entire database of people who before you were not able to serve. Now, if you're in this business for a long time, you're going to have a lot of people along the way that were not able to qualify for a loan today, but it doesn't mean that they won't qualify for a loan tomorrow or in 6 months or in 12 months or when there's a new county program or there's a new statewide program or there's a new veterans eligibility or whatever. Having a way to communicate with your database in mass, that's powerful. So why now, talking about communicating with your database in mass, why would we want to do it through email versus text?
Feels less invasive.
less invasive.
You can give more information in an email than you can in a text message.
More
And,
information.
and you can't bulk if, like, depending on if you're using a cell phone or what type of program, a lot of times there's limits on how many messages you can send if you're sending SMS versus email.
Yep. Hope said record of it. Yep. Yeah. That, especially your lenders, by the way, your lenders should know this. Your lenders have laws that tell them when to communicate. So yeah, record of it. Email. That's a good. Yep. Any personal, anecdotal reasons why someone would rather receive an email versus a text?
I was going to say the metrics on the CRM. You can see who, how many emails you send out, who opens it, who didn't. So you can keep track of all those numbers.
Yeah, you can't see that with text.
We're also not supposed to text in Georgia at least past 8 p.m. if they're not already a client that you're communicating with. If it's like a prospect, you can't text after 8 p.m. or you can get fined.
Mm-hmm. Has anyone ever gotten pissed off or gotten a pissed off lead because of a text? Or they said, you guys are texting us too much?
I got my Google number taken away for texting too much.
Too aggressive.
Too aggressive. Too aggressive. Kara said less invasive, and you guys are absolutely right. It's one of those ways that is almost, there's an acceptance, there's a tolerance, there's a level of communication that we're acceptable to, and of course there's dozens of ways to unsubscribe or void people marketing to you. You can hit the unsubscribe button. Gmail now has the feature where it's right up at the top where it says unsubscribe for you. Even if you don't have the unsubscribe button, they will put it in there for you. Gmail will for its users. If you now, with the use of AI, they have the ability based on certain keywords. If you are sending messages but they never get replied to, there's a certain metric that Gmail, the Outlook, and that all of these companies know of, that if there's no response, then they just put you in the promotions tab. And that would be a good case scenario. Good case scenario. Worst case scenario, you end up in the spam category like everyone else. So what we're going to talk about today is specifically what are some of the core things that you need in order to set up your newsletter. And when we talk about a newsletter, this could be to your agents, this could be to your buyers or sellers. We're going to use the buyers and sellers example today. We're going to talk about what every email needs to have, and then how you can customize each email so that you're not spending 12 hours, trying to think of something clever to come up with, where you can just put it together in a matter of minutes. Cool? All right. So you guys all have access to the same CRM that I'm going to share with you guys today. Let me do this. All right, can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
I was testing my internet speed. Okay. So I'm going to use Stephen Norris's account. He's one of our Renegade agents. He's over at EXP. And I'm going to share one of the templates that we're working on. And for those of you guys who have showed up on the call, I'm going to make sure that you guys have all of this in your inbox by the end of business today so that you guys can copy this into your, in fact, I should be able to send it to you right after this call. But once I send you guys this template, you guys can tailor this and customize it yourself, okay? When you guys log in to app.cloudrealty.com, what you'll see is on the left-hand side, okay, you'll see marketing here. Okay. When you click on marketing, you'll get brought to emails. Okay. And by the way, if I come in like choppy or weird or anything like that, please, like, someone do jumping jacks so I know when to, like, wait for the internet to catch back up. Okay. And please, by the way, if you have any questions, like, raise your hand, unmute, stop me. I'd love to answer your questions. Okay. So once you're in emails, I'm going to give you guys a template. Okay. And what you see that we're working on right now is a YouTube sequence. Now, as a show of hands, who has a YouTube video? Just one YouTube video. Okay. Okay. So at least everyone looks like. So what we're doing with Stephen Norris is we're creating a drip campaign for every YouTube video that we've made, that we've created, right? Why are we doing this? We want to promote what we're talking about. We want to promote us, right? We want to provide value. And if your video is providing value, then we want to promote it. And what that also tells YouTube is, okay, Josh is willing to send people to YouTube. I'm going to reward Josh with more traffic. Believe it or not. If people start watching your content, not everyone's going to watch your content, but some people will. Anyways, there's a multitude of reasons why you'd want to do this. So I'm going to give you one of our templates here. So what we did here, very basic. We got a skyline. You guys can make this, personalize it, on your own. Okay. There's no, I don't have any stats for you why it looks pretty like this. Okay. I'm simply following Ricky Carruth's style. Okay. And if you guys know who Ricky Carruth is, he's like this big YouTube famous guy in EXP, who's also crushes it in with his newsletter. So inspired by Ricky Carruth, I followed his style, and you'll notice that from the jump we have opportunities for them to see houses. Okay. Now, this makes it clickable. This conditions people to click. If you have links in your emails, people will be conditioned to click on them. Okay. Now, if you're wondering what's in these buttons, okay, all of you, who does not have an IDX website? Is anyone who does not have one? Okay. So if you do not have an IDX website, then this is going to be difficult for you to apply. Okay. But if I preview this template, I click on this link. Come on. There we go. It's going to take me directly to a specific search that I set up in Bold Trail. Josh, which one did you guys end up signing up for?
Lofty.
Okay. Same thing with the IDX website. So whenever you go to your IDX, just type in wherever you want to search. And by the way, guys, when I talk about save search, this is typically what most IDX providers have, where you set up the parameters yourself. And then this link all the way at the top, you can't see it, all the way at the top is unique. And so if I send this link to you guys here in the chat, all of you guys, if you click on this link that I just gave you, will see the same thing that I see. Okay? So this is how you can push people to your IDX website, not just your YouTube channel. Okay? Yeah, we want to promote our YouTube channel. Like, that's great. But we also want to give people the opportunity for us to deliver value, right? So when we talk about what do we need for our newsletter? Okay, so number one, the basics. Okay, list out all the major, what is everyone buying in your area? What are the most sought after neighborhoods? Is it new builds? Is it condos? Is it beachfront properties? Is it homes near hiking trails? Is it homes near dispensaries? Right? Is it near the Denver Tech Center? Right? Is it near Research Park? Is it near the Arsenal? Is it near Gate 9? Right? So number one, list out where people are searching for, where they're buying. And this is the hard part, okay? You only have to do this once, okay? This is the hard part. So once you do this, and once you set up your saved search, once you're like, okay, I like this, I want people to see this when they click on that link. All right, now I'm gonna click on this. Let's see. I'm gonna go back to this email, and I'm gonna click on that button in that template that Sean gave me. And I'm going to insert right here where it says link URL. I'm going to paste that exact link that I just got. And I'm going to put it right in that button right here. And boom, it's updated. Okay? That is what you're going to do. Okay? So number one, list out all the most sought after neighborhoods, most sought after places. Okay? Or style houses. Okay, so if you are in a tropical area, obviously, second homes, beachfront, you guys know your market better than I do. All right. Then number two, you're going to put them in each one of these buttons here. Now the key here, obviously some of you guys are not in Denver. So when you update the button URL, you're going to need to update the button text. Okay. So right up here says the button text. All right. So number one, you're going to get a list of most sought after places. Then you're going to update your text and your URLs. Okay. And notice, guys, there's a lot here. Okay. Look at this. Fort Collins to Loveland, Greater Denver, Inglewood, Boulder Homes and Condos, Boulder Homes. Okay. I want to put a lot of emphasis here. This will take you a minute. Okay. This is not easy. This is very tedious. This will take you a minute. But the best part about this is that once you do it once, you don't have to do it again. And why? Because this entire thing becomes your framework. It becomes your template, okay? And when you want to personalize it, so Hope, you have a seminar coming up, right? You have some event. That means that up here, you can update the headline, and you update this right here, this text right here that's highlighted, and that's it. And that's it. And then you send that out, and now instantly, not only is your database going to receive, your information, your message that you wanted, but what happens if they're not interested in the seminar and they actually just want to go check out some houses? Josh, didn't you get someone random from one of our deals? I think this was last year, where it was I can't remember if it was a ghosted lead, but you would set her up on a drip and she was getting houses, and then you hadn't talked to her for like 2 or 3 months, and then out of nowhere she just called you up.
Yeah, she was set up on a drip. She had sent me an email that I think the email for me went to spam. And so I was just going back, reaching out, and she says, I sent you an email last week. And I was like, what? And then, yeah, ended up buying a new construction Valor home in Hazel Green.
Nice. Minus the Valor part. You didn't hear that from me. Oh, shoot, we're live. Anyways, that's
Come on, Sean.
yeah, my bad. Well, so updating this, guys, is my point is once you set it up once, everyone's looking for a silver bullet when it comes to the newsletter. This is how you can get hyper personalized with it and have the most utility to it. Okay. Has anyone ever posted something thinking that they were going to go viral? Ever once? Like, come on.
Yeah.
That's the mentality every time we post something.
Exactly. We always think that like it's got to be a home run, but and then we learn later on in life, oh, those guys that were posting it were actually making millions before that, and like the viral content didn't have utility. So this is utility, providing utility. So what happens once we set this up? All right, so enough about the prettiness. You guys can click around. This is very simple to update and edit. It's drag and drop. If you guys are familiar with other drag and drop email builders, this is just like it. Okay, and if you're thinking, okay, I'm not tech savvy, don't worry. All you have to do is just update the text. Okay, and obviously, I mean, that might look past as Trevor, maybe, I don't know, but hope that definitely doesn't look like you. No, I'm kidding. So update the template that I'm going to give to you guys, and once you have your template and you create a campaign, you're going to have the option up here to send or schedule. Now,
Hey, Sean,
this is where I'm going to nerd out for a second. Okay?
Sean, before you nerd out, can you explain the difference between, to people who don't know the difference between a template and a campaign?
Absolutely. Thank you, Heather. So a template is obviously something that you can use over and over again. A campaign is something that you use to actually push and publish your email. So I'll show you where to find it. So you're in templates here. Now you're here in campaigns. And when you click on new, you see here how you can choose from your templates or other email marketing templates. Okay. So once I give you guys this link, you'll be able to download it into your sub account, your CRM, and you'll be able to click on your templates, and then you can click on the one that you made from earlier. Okay. Thank you, Heather.
You're welcome. Thank you.
So once you're in the campaign, you have this option in the top right hand side, send or schedule. So I'm going to click on send. All right. And I have a lot of different options here, but I'm just going to point you guys to just a few areas that are actually important. Okay. Number one, the sender email. That's pretty obvious. We want to make sure that it comes in from you. We already have a generic domain set up, but we'd like it to come from you. Your sender name, subject line, obviously this is important. Now, this little guy right here, this little tag that you guys see right here, you'll see this from time to time in some of the text. What this means is it's what we call, and I don't mean to get like super nerdy on you, but it's called a dynamic value, okay? Or otherwise known as a custom value. So if you guys have ever wondered, like, how does that email say, hey, Hope, or hey, Andres, or hey, Josh, like, how does it do that? This is how they do it. So what they'll do is they'll say, hey, or hi, first name, comma, buyer seminar this weekend, or whatever, whatever you want to put here. But my point is here, if you want to personalize it, which I do encourage you guys to do, this is how you do it. Okay, so that's what that little tag does for you. Okay, so that's a very important piece if you want to personalize it. By the way, personalization does get better open rates. Okay, now here's a big part: who you're sending it to. You could send it to everyone. You can send it to a smart list, which I'll describe what this is here in a moment. You can send it to people who have a specific tag. So if you want to send this out to people who only have the buyer tag, you can do that. If you want to send this out to people who only have the seller tag, you can do that. Pre-built segments. Okay, so you can send this out to people who have engaged, who have responded, opened an email in the last 7 days, last 30 days, last 60 days. Okay. Anyone who has subscribed in the last five campaigns, or you can have your own segment here. Okay. Now let's go back to the smart list. So smart list, I'm going to zoom back out. I'm going to go back to my dashboard here. I'm going to go back to contacts. Okay. I know I'm kind of bouncing around here, but keep up. So I'm only in contacts. All right. Now smart list is just a filtered list. That's all that it is. Okay. So if I want to know people who have the tag buyer, if it's in there, okay, I'll have my specific list. Now this is Steven's account. This is actually his agent attraction account. Not for buyers and sellers. But if I wanted to create a list of people who are in, let's say, like Josh and Kelly or Hope or Andres, if I wanted to create a list of people who are in my C's or D's category, for example, I would just click on pipeline stage. I would select I would select the right stage. Right? I would hit apply, and then I would have my select number of contacts. Now, of course, this is a bad example because there's no contacts here. In fact, there's only 36 dummy contacts, it looks like. So if I create a smart list, and in fact, Josh, can I use your account as an example real quick?
Absolutely.
I was going to add, Sean, I added on the chat a website subject line. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with it, to help rate your subject rating, to increase the open conversion on those emails that are sent over. If you guys want to play around with it.
Mm-hmm. All right, for the sake of time, because that's loading, I'm going to come back here. I want to select track links, UTM tracking, add tags. And also, you guys notice this. Because this is very technical, I'm going to keep this room open for another 12 minutes. This right here, I know someone right now who is spending almost $1,000 a month on email software just so that it could do this number right here. Resend email to unopened. So this is amazing. Now, not only can you resend your newsletter to people who did not open it, you can configure, okay, if they didn't open it within 3 days, let's give them some time. We're going to resend it, and we're going to resend it with a different subject line so that we can get another hook, another way of getting their attention so that they can know about our thing. Now, why would you want to resend your own email?
I mean, emails get missed. You miss emails, and
You miss them. Now, what I what I found out the hard way, this was probably about 7 years ago, writing my first email drip campaign by myself, completely by myself, and this was 7 years ago, and writing out, this long, this is before ChatGPT, so writing out this long list of emails that I wanted to send out to people, and then come to find out, when you send your blast to someone, they don't read the first, second, third, and then they might read the sixth email. But by then, all of your content has already been expelled. Like your best content, like they missed it. They were on vacation. They were doing whatever. They didn't see your best content. And so this is another way to not kind of expel your best content and say, hey, you didn't even get to see my first thing. Like, let's see it again. And so I know for some of you guys, you're like, this is okay, resend the email. Like, I get it, but like, it's not that big of a deal. For us marketers, the guys who have been doing this for years, this is a huge conversion feature. Huge, big time. So I don't take it lightly. So now that you have all this set up, let's see if my smart list has finally loaded up. Okay. So I have a smart list of leads. If I want to see, so Josh, this is something that was I'm not sure if this is shared with you, but this is internal that we have. It's called a CR review, where we can see the last transfers or scheduled appointments. And you notice how it's 139, and you have in total 408 contacts total, and it looks like some dummy contacts as well. So my point here is that if I go here and if I look at the filters, so the people who are in this filter are people who have been live call transferred, scheduled an appointment through a live call, scheduled an appointment through a text, or their last appointment open time is not empty, which means that they've had an appointment in the past in some capacity, right? So that means that these people have scheduled an appointment in some capacity, and now I've turned 408 people into 139 people, right? So now let's just pretend I go back here, and if I wanted to send to a smart list, that smart list just made with those filters, those parameters, immediately while I'm setting this campaign up, I can send to my list, okay? So now I'm gonna try to do this all in less than 2 minutes. I wanna show you guys from end to end how easy this is. Cool? Okay. So I'm gonna share this template with you guys so that you guys can have it. Once it's in there, you're gonna go in, you're gonna come in here, and let's pretend that this stuff is already updated. Okay, your buttons have already been updated. You already clicked on each button, you updated it to your local market, you made it personalized, you updated it with your URLs. So you did the hard stuff first, right? You did the hard stuff first to get the framework, the architect, all of it set up, right? And not gonna lie, that's gonna take a minute. Let's pretend that that's already set up. I come in here, I have my text, I paste it based, whether I'm using ChatGPT, and let's say I want to use ChatGPT just to show you. I want to promote my buyer seminar. Make a short newsletter for contractual. All right, I'm just gonna pretend that this is perfect. I'm gonna go back here. I'm gonna update this. Oops. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay. Let's pretend that I want to make it, pretty, which I can do later. I'm going to save that template. I'm going to go back, go to campaigns. I'm going to click on new from my templates, the one I just made. I'm going to make any last minute changes I want to, but of course, because this is already set up, I'm just going to click on send or schedule. I'm going to update my name here, the sender email address. I'm going to update the subject line. I'm going to add my smart list that I set up earlier, which, by the way, guys, is just a filter. You go to contacts, you click on filters, and then you begin to add your own filters that you want to add. So whether they have this tag or whether you can even do email opened. Last opened date is less than 180 days. So Josh, you've had 69 people in the last 6 months open your emails. Right? So that's my smart list. Once I set up my filters, you see this down here at the bottom. Save as a smart list. I can name it whatever I want. And when I do name it, it's going to appear here. And I'm going to check all of these other boxes off. We're going to add tags. We're going to reopen, or we're going to resend the email when it's unopened. We like to do 12 hours, but whatever. This is generally a good time. Oh, was I cutting out?
No.
Was I cutting out there for a second?
You did briefly, yeah.
Oh, okay. Did you guys lose anything?
Were you gonna say that's 36 hours?
Yeah, you typically within 3 days. I like to keep it within 3 days. If they haven't seen it. So, and then try a different subject line. You know what's interesting? If you guys subscribe to Grant Cardone, what's interesting is that he sends out some great subject lines. Like it'll just, and also consider this. What subject lines do you open? What subject lines do you open? So like I open subject lines that say, like regarding, and if I wanted to do that, I could do contact, full name. Contact name. So, okay, questions, guys, because I went through a lot here. We talked about why we want to communicate with our database in Mass. Oh, I got some stuff in the comments here. Oh, you had subscribe to who for subject lines? Kayla, could you unmute?
Yeah, I actually had a couple of questions. That one was just, you said if you haven't subscribed for, and it's kind of like you said, for subject lines. I said, what did he just say? So that's what that was referring to.
Oh yeah, I might have cut out.
Okay, so I don't know what you said. Do you, state what you said?
Yeah, so on the subject line here, on the subject line, so you have this feature at the bottom, resend email to unopened, right?
Mhm.
And you can update the email subject line almost as another opportunity to kind of hook them so that they see your email. Because maybe the last subject line didn't get their attention. Does that make sense?
Yeah. My other question had to do with, thank you for that. My other question had to do with, as far as sending these newsletters out through the system, and I know we're going to put our email from the sender, but do you know what the likelihood of the bounce rate or blocked rate? I changed brokerages and I've been sending emails out, and because of something within their system, I have clients who their emails are blocked, and they don't know why, and we've been working on the back end trying to figure that out. So I was just curious if this has been tested and if you know what the delivery rate is.
Yes. So for us, what we've seen, and I could try to pull up an account just to share with you. Josh, can I use your account? I mean, because I think for the most part, on your account, we just send out a few nurture emails and some appointment reminders. So let's see. Emails. So we can see that we have a 31% open rate. See how many bounced. We had 5 bounced, 0 marked as complaints. Unsubscribe. We had 1 unsubscribe. This is just the last 90 days. And you can find this, by the way, Kayla, inside when you click on marketing, you'll click on emails, and then you click on statistics. And then typically anything above a 1%, by the way, guys, anything above a 1% click rate is good. Anything above 20% open rate is considered okay. Ideally, you want to be closer to 30 to 40%. That's a good open rate. It's 12:45. Okay, guys. What else do you guys have? I know that was a lot. We talked about emails. You guys have to have some technical questions.
I have one other. I got in the meeting late. Will I be able to see the recording?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Okay, guys. Well, just as a recap, so I'm going to send you guys the template for the newsletter. Number one, you guys just need to find links with your IDX website, links that go with your most sought after neighborhoods, most sought after properties in your area. Update the links, update the text. Okay. Some of you guys aren't at EXP, some of you guys aren't at Coldwell Banker or Century 21. Update those things. And once you update that template, this becomes the architect, the bones, the framework that you send out your emails for any subject for any reason. And so that everyone gets value no matter what message that you're delivering. How freaking awesome is that? That we can communicate in mass. Like, that's so cool. You know, like I talked about this the other day with Claude C. Hopkins, who's who wrote scientific advertising. It's just multiplied sales. That's all it is. Multiplied sales. And the goal, by the way, in your emails should get them to deliver value and get them to engage with you. So if that means booking a call, if that means responding back, should only have those two goals. All right, guys, keep being awesome. I'll see you tomorrow for What's Working Wednesday. I think we have Josh, I think one of your agents, Sarah Jordan. She's coming on. So we're going to be interviewing her tomorrow. So looking forward to that. I'll see you guys again, same time, same link. See ya.